All right, guys, specifically Tate. All right, let's factor by grouping. So the idea of factor by grouping is, say you had something like ax plus bx plus 5a plus 5b, okay? And you wanted to factor this. Okay, so there's four things here, right? This one's made out of a's and x's. This one's made out of 5's and b's, for instance. A's and x's, 5's and b's, they don't have anything in common, right? So this seems like factor is total BS, right? So if I can't factor this right off the bat, I think I need to throw some parentheses around the first half, throw some parentheses around the second half, and think about factoring this piece by itself. So this piece looks like there's an x in both chunks, right? Okay, so I'm going to take an x out. Then there's left a plus b, right? So that's this piece. Drops down, bam. You guys see that? Okay, plus drops down. This piece, what do I have in common there? Well, there's a 5 here and a 5 there, so I can factor a 5 out. So then I'm left with what? I think an a plus b. And now this is the magic. This is why this was helpful. Notice, right? There's an a plus b in that piece. I mean, forget that it's a plus b in there. If you just kind of squint your eyes at it, there's x times something. And then over here, there's 5 times the same damn thing. Whoa, wait, hang on. That means I could, like, factor that thing out. See that? So if I factor that thing out, that thing's an a plus b, right? What are you left with? Well, there's an x and a 5. So you're left with x plus 5. Whoa, crazy. That didn't look like I was going to get it factored, right? And then I grouped and factored each group. See that? And then I factored out that a plus b business. And now here, I have in fact factored that crazy thing I started with that it never seemed like it was going to factor. Cool? So the deal with factor by grouping is you just throw some parentheses around the front half and the back half, see if you can get something common, and maybe you'll get lucky and find something that you can factor out of the whole thing. Cool? This seems like it's not likely to happen in the real world, right? It happens sometimes, but it happens when we set ourselves up for success, okay? So later we'll have a technique that sets ourselves up for factor by grouping.